Hey y'all, happy Tuesday. Shalom. I hope you guys are having a peaceful Tuesday morning. A peaceful Tuesday morning. I'm just coming through with a quick live. It's going to be quick because it's probably an unpopular opinion. And by probably um I do believe it's going to be an unpopular opinion as I have to take time to I have to take time to explain this to people sometimes to get them to understand um why you should or shouldn't do certain types of things. So this is my channel. These are my thoughts. The first thing I'm going to talk about, or maybe the only thing I'm going to talk about. Hi, Alice. Hi, sweet Alice. Hey, Joshy Poo. I'm going to talk about children. And I do not have a playbook, nor do I have kids, but I do take care of kids in my line of work. And one thing that I definitely want to stress to parents is when it comes to your children, please do not. And I'm talking, good morning, Tracy. Good morning, T. Racy. Good to see you, sis. Shalom. Oh my goodness, I didn't say shalom. Shalom, you guys. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Shalom means peace, God's peace. When it comes to your children, please do not encourage them to smoke marijuana. Please do not smoke marijuana with them. And please do not allow them passively to smoke marijuana. I can tell you guys without a shadow of a doubt, I can't say anything to anybody over 18. I would suggest that you don't do it. The reason why is because number one, nothing is what it is anymore. Nothing. I can tell you right now, I'm not trying to be funny, but there's people who do crack cocaine, and I know what crack cocaine used to look like in the 80s and 90s, and in 2000, people are coming in. They don't look like crackheads. They're big. They're overweight. I mean, nothing is what it is anymore. Everything is being cut with other things. I have patients who come in, they're like, all I do is marijuana. And I was like, well, that's funny because you test positive for methamphetamines, or you test positive for psychedelics, you test positive for cocaine. I mean, cocaine, I mean, I don't even know what I can say on YouTube, but this is my channel, whatever. Nothing is what it is anymore. And the person, your boy down the street, that you always got your back or whatever, I'm telling you right now, y'all can't trust him either. And definitely don't do edibles because y'all take a lot of space in the ER. Like, if you don't have to do it, don't do it. But back to, hey, Joe. Hey, Thrive and Glow with Joe. Joe, I sent you, hey, young Riaz. Good to see you. Shalom, you guys. Joe, I tagged you on a post today. I'm seriously starting my weight loss journey. I'm really, really, really happy to begin. I think that it will help me out spiritually because y'all, I've been struggling spiritually. You would think that the Lord would just forward me, but I realized that my diet and my walk with the Lord have to come in tune. Like, food has a lot to do with your relationship with the Lord. I'll talk about that later. Anyways, please don't smoke marijuana with your kids. People say, oh, I smoke marijuana, it helps me. I can tell you right now, wallahi, young Riaz, in God's name we trust. We thank God. Um, 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 yeah. When a kid comes to the psychiatric unit, and hey Blaze, thank you. Peace and blessings to you too. I hope you guys are having a peaceful Tuesday. Yeah. So whenever I get kids that come in with depression, like really truly depressed, no behavioral issues, no psychosis, but really, really depressed. and it goes to adults too. Marijuana is always in the forefront. I know that it's supposed to be helping you, helping chilling you out, but I feel like a lot of people use it as a coping mechanism, and it is a coping mechanism, but that would be what we call a negative coping. Hey, Real Ski, y'all check out Real's last live. Oh my gosh, it was wonderful. Thank you for popping in, Real. I know you guys are all busy, but whenever I see a true depressed patient, true depressed adolescent, marijuana is always in the forefront more than any other drug. It's always in the forefront. And encouraging your kids to do it, doing it with your kids, or passively allowing to do it, please try not to take that habit. Try to talk to your kids about other kinds of coping skills. I would just encourage you to be in your kids' life in a very, very strong way, especially your presence. I do get a lot of, well, I'm working two jobs to give them everything. And at the end of the day, the kid's like, I never talk to my mom. I never talk to my dad. My parents don't talk to me. They're always working. They're always giving me things. I'd rather have them. Really, really talk to your kids. Really, really be a strong presence in your kids' life. Like I said, I don't have children, so it's easy for me to say. It's very easy for me to say because I don't have the stress or the or have to find the energy, nor do I have to think about what I have to do for my kids first before I do anything. Um, but yeah, marijuana is such a gate. First of all, marijuana is a gateway drug. It really, really is. Like I said, now they're cutting it with everything. They're cutting it with everything. And I get people who say, oh, I've only done marijuana. Well, why is all this other stuff in your system? Well, I got it from my boy. Your boy, listen, at the end of the day, your boy's trying to make their money just like anybody else. So I can't say anything to anybody over 18. I know it's legal in a lot of states. I don't. Hey, Cap. Hey, that classic car guy. Sorry to tell you, young lady, marijuana is not a gateway drug. If you are going to do drugs, you're going to do drugs. Yeah, I believe that too. But I do believe that marijuana is a gateway drug. I do. Especially now that it's cut with stuff. I mean, it's cut with other things. So unless you're getting it pure, I don't know. What's up, Kat? How you doing? High off content. Y'all subscribe to High Off Content. He's doing big things. Doing big things. Cynna, CBD is only allowed in medical use, but that's an emergency. No, CBD is not for an emergency. Oh, the classic car guy. It's cut with stuff in other states. Here in California, you can grow your own pot. Yeah. Listen. Listen. I am just I am just I'm just talking about for kids. I just I don't think that it's good to give to people who are they're changing. There's hormones going on, and they're trying to find their way in this world, and it's a different world, and a lot of things happen. I watch a lot of documentaries on troubled kids and everything. People have classic car guy says people have partaken in smoking marijuana and eating marijuana for thousands of years before anybody was doing any kinds of drugs. I'm just talking about children mostly. Classic car guy. I think I started off saying that when it comes to people over 18, there's nothing that I can say. But when it comes to people over 18, the same is true. Whenever I have somebody who is markedly depressed, who has to stay at the hospital longer for their depression, marijuana is always in the forefront, not in the back front. It's always in the forefront. So, there's all kinds of studies and all kinds of theories, and there's all kinds of support for it, all kinds of it's becoming legalized. My birthday is December, and I'm turning 24 soon. Okay. That's my sister's birthday too. So we'll celebrate my sister, and we'll celebrate our young Riaz this December 27th. Okay, very good, young Riaz. So classic car, I understand where you're coming from. I'm more talking about children. Those who are under 18. Um, that's, basically it is pretty easy to break depression. Just have to get exercise, get by some water. Do not stay cooped up in the house. There's a lot of ways to get away from depression. I agree with all of that, especially exercise, especially getting out of the house, getting fresh air. Yes, yes, yes. The classic car guy says, yes, I have 4 children myself, so I know what you're saying. Yeah, I'm only talking about kids. I am only talking about kids, but I'm talking about adults too. I just have to say, like, I don't have to, like, when somebody comes in with marked depression, that's really, really bad. I don't even have to guess. I can go straight to their drug urinalysis, and marijuana is always part of anybody who is um markedly depressed. But please just trust me, y'all. Please don't do it with your children. You don't have to smoke marijuana. I know that it's a choice and it's legal. You don't have to smoke marijuana. You don't, I know a lot of people do, but you know, and I'm not like, and I mean, I'm definitely against drugs or whatever. Definitely against that. I feel like me personally, um, I don't know. I feel like you should be as clean as you could. And definitely when it comes to food, which is my alley, like I need to eat a lot cleaner because that is definitely if you don't, if you're not eating right, that can cause depression as well. But y'all just trust me. Please don't let your children smoke marijuana. Just, when they can do their own thing, then, they can do that. But um just take heed. Um, the classic car guy says a lot of people nowadays are microdosing mushrooms, and it helps. I've seen that. I need to look into that. I don't know. Joe says it's a cover up rather than healing. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that a lot. I definitely believe that a lot. Um, and I definitely believe in being a strong presence in the classic car guy. I mean, I come from the Caribbean, and I don't well, in my parents' country, like they on their island, like obviously there's like marijuana, but it's really not as rampant as it is in like Jamaica. Jamaica is like when I went to Jamaica, like I don't like the smell of marijuana. I don't like the smell. Blaze says, I have homeboys whose parents were both their smoking and drinking partners. Please don't drink with your kids. Please don't drink with your kids. That's another downer. That's another downer. American Indians have been taking mushrooms for thousands of years also. Yes, yes, yes. That's very true. That's very true. That's very true. Um, yeah, I'm glad I have the parents that I do. I'm glad that they were very strict and very conservative because Cynna would have been out there, hot gal. I probably wouldn't be doing drugs, but I definitely probably would have been a little, I don't know, boy crazy or something. Um, but yeah, I know that, yeah, I do have a lot of parents that come in, like, they're like, well, weed's not bad. And I was like, well, do you know where your child's getting it? And it's like, there's, oh, okay. And then back to the CBD, young Riaz. Um, so I don't really have a strong opinion on CBD. The only reason why is because I have seen it help a lot of people. Now, I've seen it where it started to help a lot of people, and then people started to have problems with like sleep. What is it? Sleep and lungs, like lungs, respiratory issues. So yeah, yeah, definitely. CBD, I've seen it help people. I've seen CBD help animals as well. Um, And yes, and so the classic car guy, I do have a friend whose sister had cancer, and she took CBD for a long when CBD became available, because before then CBD wasn't available in Texas. And I forget where, I think she was going to Colorado to get it. And if she didn't get it, she would have horrible days, and then she would have horrible setbacks. And once she took the CBD, she ended up living for a really, really long time with her kids and her husband before she passed. So the CBD part, that's not part of the what gets you high. And CBD can show up on a marijuana test, but sometimes it doesn't, because it doesn't have the THC. But let me read what you got. The classic car guy, and the classic car guy, thanks for coming in. I gave my daughter CBDs when she was fighting cancer in the hospital when she was 2 years old. The doctor said it was a miracle, and then she was able to eat. She had a 25% chance of living. She fought cancer for 3 years. Neuroblastoma, one of the rarest childhood cancer, is known to the world. You're absolutely right, car guy. She fought cancer for 3 years in Oakland's Children's Hospital. Now she is 13 years old, one less kidney, but very healthy and active child. All right, T Racy. Love you, sis. Thanks for coming in. Have a peaceful day. I love that, the classic car guy. I love that. Long live your daughter, okay? Long live your daughter. May cancer never come back. May she be happy and healthy for the rest of her life. I love that. Yeah. I definitely feel like CBD has been helpful. So you guys, I'm not like I get it, guys who smoked weeds, but it's not my thing. I'd rather not date a guy who smokes weed. I just rather not. It's just my a classic car guy, for real, from my heart. Long live your daughter. May she have just wonderful, happy days on this earth. And um, I'm very, very proud of you for making that decision, because I know a lot when it comes to cancers, a lot of natural remedies help more than, I'm in healthcare, but I definitely trust a lot of natural remedies than I do uh like medications. And even my parents being from the Caribbean, like when we go there, they have certain herbs and stuff like that. Like I have trouble sleeping, but my aunt, she'll make like a tea, and I'll like have the best sleep ever. And there's nothing like weird in it. It's just like all natural, and it calms you to the point that you have like the best sleep. So I believe in all natural remedies too. And then if your children are having problems and that's why they're taking marijuana, you might want to look into something like that too. Natural, I don't know. I don't know. Just, natural things for your kids to chill out, or use other coping skills, do other things than that. Than that. Blaze says, I remember some of the kickbacks I went to. They were parents who were rolling up, lighting, and pouring up with their kids. Yeah, I knew people whose parents would, like be the party house. Joe says, that classic car guy. I am so glad she is better. Praise. Yes. Can y'all drop Blaze's channel and the Classic Car Guys channel? You guys sub up to both. Blaze says, may God continue to keep that young girl in his watch and give her the increase she needs. Absolutely. 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 Beating a rare cancer as a kid is just the absolute best. And shameless plug. Well, it's not a shameless plug. I donate money to St. Jude. St. Jude is very, 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 very they're very, very, very big on taking care of their patients and their patients' family. They pour a lot into the patients and the family. And I donate to them. I definitely try to do more and more each year, because they give the families uh, places to stay, and they take care of them without giving them a bill. And I'm really, really happy to foot the bill. So if you guys want to donate to a charity, $1, $1,000, $10,000, $1 million. St. Jude's is a very, very, very good charity. I love them. The classic car guy says, believe me, it was a hard choice for me and my wife to get my daughter's CBDs. I definitely, definitely understand it would be a hard choice. He says, but after we looked into it and found out we have cannabinoids in our body already that connect with the CBDs that connect with the CBDs can cure. Okay, I'll look that up as well. Hey, Queen Scorp, how you doing? How are you doing? Just talking about like your parents not really, not allowing their kids to smoke marijuana. Queen Scorp. But car guy, I know it was a hard choice, and I'm glad that it really helped. I'm glad that it really helped. Queen Scorp said, what's crack-a-lackin', babies? Just having a really quick live, really quick conversation. Just a meeting of the minds, talking about different things from different angles. And I'm pretty happy with the conversation. So young Ria said something up there. Oh, okay. He says, I live a clean lifestyle, and he says, my faith is the reason why. Okay. All right, young Riaz. Yeah, yeah. Blaze says, yeah, I absolutely hate it when anyone has to go through that, especially children. My heart explodes. And not only that, but I just feel like children with cancer, I feel like they are very spiritually in tune, that they're very, very insightful. I feel like they've had to mature. And I don't know if mature is the word, but when things are being explained to their parents, it's being explained to them. And you can put things in layman's terms, but you also have to use correct wording, and so the children actually end up knowing some of these wordings that an adult would have a problem with. And I think that even with their attitudes, it's more of like I'm grateful to be alive. um I'm grateful to be alive, and I'm going to be the best that I can. I'm going to deal with these symptoms, because the symptoms are definitely not pleasant. They're very, very, very horrible, especially if you're doing radiation. It's not easy. Um, I just feel like they have this, like, I use the word a lot, but just an otherworldly kind of way of living. Um, because they've had to face something like this. Not even just cancer, but a different, like, myriad of other diseases as well. So Scorpio Mama said they messed up our kids with the jab. Um yeah, I do wish I had never taken the COVID vaccine. I did get COVID about 1,000,001 times. I worked in 2020. I literally was working even though I was working in psych, my psych my unit was right by the emergency room, and we worked hand in hand with the emergency room, because um the psych patients would come to the emergency room, get medically cleared, then they would come to us. And there were a lot of COVID patients in the ER, and we'd have to go to the ER. And security was on our unit. Security was always in the ER, and they were always had to accompany our COVID patients up to the floors. And so we actually all got COVID. all of our psych unit and the ER. We all got COVID before COVID, quote unquote, hit Texas. We all got sick. And I remember having this horrible cough, and I was like, oh my gosh. I called my mom. I was like, Mommy, this cough is going to kill me. Like, I don't even know. I've never coughed this much in my life. And after I got the first time, after I got it once and I kept on getting it, like it didn't even bother me. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I worked on another psych unit that catered to patients with COVID, and I didn't even wear a mask. I was just like, let's just get this over with. I'm not wearing those hot, what you call it. And I lived by myself. So I wasn't wearing, no, I lived by myself, but my boyfriend at the time would come over and I would tell him not to come over. He still would. But I wasn't wearing those, y'all, y'all, no, I'm not doing all that. I'm just going to get it anyways. So, yeah. Um, what did Miss Alice say? Let me go back up. Miss Alice says, my daughter went through childhood cancer as well. She's now married 23 years with 3 children. She received her treatment at NIH. Praise God. Long live your daughter, sweet Alice. That is amazing. Not only my opinion, it been proved. What did Scorpio Mama say? Oh, not only my opinion, it's been proved. Same some of us messed up too. Joe said, praise God, Miss Alice. My Scorpio Mom, my whole fam took it. I'm praying very hard, fam. We've been hush mouth too much, but YouTube don't want us to speak on it. Oh, you know what? I don't even think I could supposed to say the C word. Y'all know I speak on stuff, fam. God is so good. The doctors told us that she may never be able to have kids. Y'all, the doctors ain't God. The doctors ain't God. They don't get the last word. They don't get the last word. God does. So, classic car guy, sweet Alice, I'm really, really, really glad that your children have survived and they're happy and healthy. And in your case, Miss Alice, she's able to have kids too, and her kids are happy and healthy. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right, so you guys, I am going to get some stuff done. I just wanted to pop in real quick. I might pop in again tonight or this evening with a different subject, something that's a little bit more I don't know, we can have fun. We can have some fun with it. Joe, you have a great day as well. A peaceful day, you guys. Shalom. Blaze, Alice, that is absolutely amazing. God was an ever present in those times of trouble, and he continued to renew her strength. Thankful she overcome it all. Absolutely. Amen. Amen to that. All right, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon, morning and afternoon. I might see you guys later, or I might be in one of y'all's chats later. Bye. Shalom. Shalom, everybody. Shalom means peace, God's peace. Thank you all for coming in. Love you all. Bye bye.